In Vice Academy Part 1, Ginger Lynn Allen and Linnea Quigley were nice girls who became Vice Girls. There was plenty of action and comedy along the way to graduation, but they finally made it. Now the Vice Girls are back in Vice Academy Part 2. Linnea Quigley talks about her horror movie past.
Well, I had a lot of things happen to me that were bad, like having my brains eaten out, being impaled on antlers, being buried in mud and coming out from the mud and then going and eating brains. So when I learned I could do a lot more comedies like Vice Academy 1 and 2, I thought, hey, this is great. No torture.
Ginger Lynn Allen talks about putting her X-rated past behind her.
Well, February 11th, I had my 4-year retirement anniversary from doing adult films. I made my first adult film about 6 years ago. And in the last 4 years, this will be my 14th legitimate film.
When Vice Academy Part 1 was shot almost 2 years ago, Ginger and Linnea were relative newcomers to Hollywood. Now their careers are zooming.
Well, now that I've done so many movies and so many magazines and that, it's real interesting. If I go to a convention, I get mobbed, and it's like even sometimes in a grocery store, people come up to me and say, are you Linnea Quigley? So it's real exciting, and my mom gets excited too because people always ask her, she's Linnea's mother.
I've been making a slow transition. I started out in X-rated films, then I started doing the leads in basically B movies, and I'm just starting to do smaller roles in A films, so I hope you keep seeing me moving up the ladder.
In Vice 2, Linnea and Ginger play Dee Dee and Holly, Vice cops forced to work as a team. Their rivalry is stronger than ever.
Holly never likes to be outdone by anybody, especially Dee Dee, and there's a scene in Vice Academy Part 2 where we outstrip each other, and it's pretty bizarre. Holly's not quite up to date with a lot of things, so it's very 70s, you know, these kind of movements and tacky, and the more outrageous Dee Dee gets, the more outrageous Holly gets, and it turns out to be a very, very funny scene.
In the Vice-A-Rama strip scene, it's pretty interesting because we go into this club and all of a sudden we're caught on stage. Everybody's applauding, so you know we have to do a little dance, and we have dueling pelvises. We start dancing around, and it's pretty interesting how we dance because we really don't know what we're doing. But since Holly and I hate each other so much, our pelvises just compete for attention.
Well, you gotta admit, they dance pretty good. Cops.
In Vice 2, there's some new characters on the scene. Dee Dee and Holly have to report to a new boss, the stuck-up Sergeant Petrolino, played by Chippendale dancer and soap star Scott Lane.
Hey, a camera. Who put that there?
What's for dinner?
Well, see, it's a special one-of-a-kind dish. I call it beef petrolino.
What are the ingredients?
You're looking at him.
Another new character is Bimbo Cop, played by world-class female bodybuilder Tegan.
You need to do something with those arms.
Hey, I'm working on it.
You look like you could star in Disarmament too. Hold this. Now go. No wonder we've got a problem with so many criminals on this street.
All right, demonstration.
Yes, but can she speak?
You're not deaf. Don't be dumb.
As night falls on the set of Vice 2, the girls have to struggle to keep their sexiness and sense of humor intact.
I won't tell anyone about it, no.
Spins around and knocks both Horace and Spanish Fly to the ground. Bimbo Cop catches up with them. She handcuffs their arms soundly behind their backs.
This is the makeup cop.
Bimbo Cop's personal.
She tells you when your upper lip is sweating, when your armpits are bleeding, and when you ought to use the bathroom again.
Let's do it. And then it goes, wow. thing on here.
Night means it's time to bring on the new arch-villainess, Spanish Fly, played by Marina Benvenga. She's threatening to destroy the world as soon as her costume is fixed.
This is what happens when I get excited, baby.
Queen, I
Metal, whoa, it just falls apart. When I'm hot to trot, I'm hot to trot.
I have this problem when I have sex with women.
Vice Academy Part 2.
Okay, say.
Vice Academy. Vice Academy. Vice Academy. Vice Academy Part 2 coming to you soon from Vice Academy Part 2 coming from and Prism. You're gonna like this one. I did. Yeah, trust me.
Vice Academy Part 2 in video stores everywhere in October.